So, like, you know, do you feel like there's a culture that supports that there? Because in my mind, I think Missouri, and it goes straight to Nelly and the St. Louis Ticks. That's all I have. Right. So what is it like when you're actually there? Like, what's that experience like?
Well, in Missouri, there's some experience with that, but then at the same time, there are artists out there as well. Well, one of my friends, Ray Sanders, who comes to Columbia quite often, he hosts an event where underground artists come out and show off their music to any hip hop fans that are around the area, right, to let them get the real experience of hip hop. And he does this one Wednesday out of the month, every month, to try to promote artists that are local and promote his music at the same time.
Right.
So in Missouri, there's different avenues that you can get that experience and listen to other artists that are around the area, whether it be digital or real time. And for him, for his case, he hosts events for everyone to come out for that, and at the same time, he's on SoundCloud and he's on Reverb Nation. He's digital, trying to promote his music and make videos and the whole 9 yards to get more people involved into the events that he hosts.
So it's like, so I'm kind of curious, like, what, like, you want to promote yourself, and really I'm thinking, like, for anybody who's watching who wants to get into this industry and they just don't know where to start, or they have maybe some of their own music but they don't know what to do past that, like, you know, tell us your track, you know what I mean? Like, where did you start? Like, where did you go? What were the biggest struggles? Like, what has been your story? I
started from when I was at Southern University, and my best friend, found Fruity Loops on his laptop, and then
is that a program?
Beat program, Fruity Loops.
Okay.
And
I was like, you gotta water it down, you know, anything that's like, you gotta break it down.
Yeah. So we found beat program Fruity Loops, and he began to make beats on there, and he wanted me to try it out just to see where we can go with it, if we can tag team on some projects together. Eventually, I got my own Fruity Loops program, and by that time, I had moved from Louisiana all the way to Missouri. From there, I just kind of picked on how to make beats on this program, how to make the certain styles that I wanted to do. And most of that style come from listening to influence, as I mentioned earlier, like Ninth Wonder or Jay Dilla, or
he's on my top 5 faves.
Oh yeah, he's amazing.
We just have a moment.
Yeah.
Okay, good. So, like, say for instance, I call you, and my name is
Charlemagne.
Okay, so say for instance, my name is Charlemagne, and I call you, hey, what's going on? I want to put together a song. Somebody told me that you'd be a good place to start. I want the sound to be kind of funky fresh, but still have like an urban, you know, underline.
Right.
What do you do?
At first, I want to see, like, what do they want this to be, a sample, or do they want this to be original? Because sometimes artists will tell you they want something, and then they'll just throw out, like, this is where I want you to sample from. And other times, some people will tell you a style, but don't give you a direction of how, like, where they want you to go.
So
but for that incident, I've had a few people come here and say, well, I want you to make me a beat. Okay,
what kind? That look in their eye, like, you're the magic man.
Yeah, and then they don't tell me what they want. They come out and say, what do you have? I want something that's more like this guy, or more like a trap beat or something like that. And for those cases, those are something that's out of my style, that I feel like that I can't encompass.
Trap is kind of like running into EDM a little bit then, right?
Right.
Like, so you feel like it's like a little out of your...
Yeah, out of who I am. And then half the time I like to make something at the same time of trying to encompass the artist and have them do what they would like to do. I want to enjoy what I'm doing.
That's good.
And I don't want to make something that makes me feel uncomfortable, that I know that I'm going to give them crap.
Right.
And for some of those cases, I just say, well, hey, I don't really know exactly how to make that. It may be crap. I'm gonna warn you now.
Yeah.
But I will try to see
Right.
what I come up with. And if I can't come up with it, I know someone can.
Because that's what I was going to ask you. I mean, it's interesting because I think like whenever you're an artist, like in whatever form, there's always you want to honor what it is that you like or what it is that you do.
Yeah.
But you do have to ask yourself like, oh, if I don't try something different, like, you know,
Yeah.
maybe you're like one try away from, you know,
Right.
creating something that you actually end up really liking and
Yeah.
wanting to do more. So
Right.
I think it's good that you do it in that way because it's like you don't cheat yourself out of the opportunity
Yeah.
to like.
And it doesn't hurt to try. So, because that's the only way you can progress with this music. It's always changing. It's always something new. So at least try it before you say, I just don't want to do it. I don't want to touch it at all.
Yeah.
I think one time I was listening to Ninth Wonder do like a live session where he was going through beats, and he went through his vinyl and he found a disco album. He's like, nah, I can't do that. I won't do disco album. That's my number one rule. I can't do a disco. And to me, I get a lot of discos from one of my artists, and
I like that, so it's hard
Yeah.
for me to even connect with like this part, but I'm with you.
Yeah.
I'm staying with you.
and I get disco from one artist, and it's kind of iffy for me, but at the same time, I'm not gonna sit down and be like, no, I won't do it. I will not touch it. Now I think for his case, he's famous.
He's so busy.
Yeah.
He like probably is like, no, I know exactly what I want to do
Yeah.
and where my time is best used.
And where I want to go, and
Yeah.
like, yeah. And for his case, power to him. Like, if you don't want to do disco, he don't want to do disco. He's getting paid with the style that he has and what makes him who he is.
Right.
So if he doesn't want to do it, then that's just how he would like it to be. For my case, I'm just starting out as far as like.
And I was gonna ask you next, like, where are you kind of like in the overall like,
If we were to look at it in stages,
you know, like
I would
I'm
say-
trying to get a gauge on like.
yeah, I'm up to the point where I'm comfortable with what I am producing, and that I know that if I put it out there, that people will like it, but just not enough fan base. Basically, I have 3,000 and something SoundCloud followers, but yet get comments from 5 people, or
Right.
get likes from 10 people, and those numbers don't mean a thing if nobody's out there listening to it
Right.
and giving you a chance. And that's where I'm at, is trying to get people to give me a chance and just take a listen to it. Give me some feedback. Let me know what I need to do. Because otherwise, I just think I'm just not making music where people can enjoy it.
Right.
In the back of my mind. Even though I'm confident of putting out this music, there's a little slight back of my mind that's just like, are people actually liking what I'm putting out?